Social Security is about to change in a big way, especially for people receiving SSI. But according to the Social Security Administration and one office today, they are now saying that people collecting Social Security need to be very aware of the changes that are coming because they may be on the hook of any overpayment. Now, I'm going to break down what's going on. I want to give you the warning that I was told just today. And again, this is extremely important. So make sure you watch this entire video and I'll explain exactly what is going on. But all I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So we know there's some big changes coming for Social Security, but we don't know how many people they're truly going to impact. But I want to show you this. This article from Newsweek says Social Security retirees must meet this requirement or lose benefits. I want to read this to you, and then I want to read you a comment that I received earlier on today. This article says, retirees are being warned to keep their personal information updated with the Social Security Administration or risk losing access to their monthly benefits. Now, according to somebody from the Social Security Administration, they told me just today, this is a huge warning that what they're trying to do or what they're trying to prevent is money going out that is considered an overpayment. Now, with that said, what we just learned the other day was huge, where now the federal government and the Social Security Administration is going to go after 100% of the overpayments. Okay? This is something that's going to go into effect at the end of this month, but you need to be well aware of this because if you are currently being paid more than you are due, they're going to come after you. Listen to this comment though. This person wrote to me and says, I just got off the phone with the Social Security Administration and they told me that I should update my information every 10 days. Since my hours aren't always the same, I should inform them as soon as possible so I'm not overpaid. They said any overpayment or suspicion of overpayment will be investigated. That was in bold. Any overpayment or suspicion of overpayment will be investigated. That's kind of in line with what we've heard recently as well, is that yes, a suspicion of overpayment is going to be looked into. And if they do find that yes, you were overpaid, well, they're coming after you. But here's where things are getting interesting. This is why it matters. More than 70 million Americans rely on Social Security payments each month. These benefits help retirees afford their basic necessities and also support Americans with disabilities. The current Social Security program has a funding gap projected to impact beneficiaries as early as mid-2030s. It's actually going to be about 2033, according to the most recent reports. But what you need to understand is that they are trying to lower the amount that's going out every single month, not by cutting off eligible beneficiaries, but by reducing the amount to people that are being overpaid. Here's what you need to know. It says Social Security payments are typically sent out as long as you meet criteria like retirement age or disability and income requirements for supplemental security income or SSI. However, you need to make sure your personal information is up to date to continue receiving the monthly benefits. Failing to report any life changes can lead to issues getting your monthly funds or even financial penalties down the road. Now, here's what you need to understand. If your income changes at all, you need to update your information in the Social Security Administration's dashboard. Okay, you can do that on their website. You can call the phone number, or you can actually go down to their office and you can update all your information. Okay? They also say if you're making a little bit extra money, let them know. If your marital status changes, let them know. If your place of your residence changes, so maybe your rent or your mortgage changes as well, you need to let them know. If your hours get cut or you get more hours, let them know. If you got married, you now have a roommate, right? All these big changes. If anything happens, let them know. Or if you receive, let's say, a large lump sum for whatever reason, you need to let them know. Okay? If there's any excess money in a savings account under the mattress, you have to let them know. Listen to this. I did a video just the other day talking about overpayments and the new changes that are going to go into effect very soon. It's actually happening this month. Now, when I was talking about this is what somebody wrote to me. Somebody wrote, and I quote, "You are right about this. I had to pay back $4,600 in overpayments this past year because I was refurbishing old furniture I would get for free and I would sell it. I didn't realize that this counted towards my income as I was only working 10 hours per week at the Goodwill, but because I didn't report it, they said I was overpaid for several months." Now, how many of you could get by with having to pay back $4,600? For many people, especially people on SSI, you're not getting a large amount of money. I believe the average SSI payment's like $700 or just a little bit over $700 in 2025. So it's not like it's an excessive amount of money, but for many people, that is truly what is needed. That $700 would be a huge, huge difference, especially if instead of getting $700 now, we're like what's happening over the past where the Social Security Administration could take back up to 10% of your benefits. So you get $700, they'll take back $70 until your overpayment's paid off. Well, that's going to change because the new thing that's going in place at the end of this month is they're going back to the old way. That no, if you were overpaid, they're going to go and collect 100% of your monthly benefits. So instead of getting $700, you get zero, and then $700 gets taken off of your overpayment balance. That's what's going to happen. So what we are now hearing multiple reports saying that the Social Security Administration is saying, stay up to date. If you have any changes whatsoever, you need to report those as soon as possible. Look at this. These are what people are saying. It says Alex Bean, a financial literacy instructor for the University of Tennessee, says, obviously, basic personal information and a residency verification needed to be updated to continue to receive benefits as needed, as both are pivotal in continuing to qualify. However, the most important component many beneficiaries fail to update that results in big headaches is income. If there's any change to your income, you need to update it as soon as possible. Not doing so could result in significant overpayments that would eventually have to be clawed back. Yeah. And Michael Ryan, a finance expert, says, the biggest mistake I see retirees make is treating Social Security like an automated system that runs in the background. But it's more like a relationship. You need to check in regularly or face consequences. Yeah. There's some big changes that, like I said, that are happening to Social Security. And what we are about to see is the Social Security Administration cannot just give money away like they have been over the past several decades. Now, because we're only 8 to 9 years away from insolvency, Social Security Administration is now going to start cracking down. As they do, more people are going to feel the pain. So, as we get more information on this, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we get it. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.